Hello, Gen Chem 1 students. Happy week 5 of the semester. I want to touch base on what's coming up, what you're supposed to have done already, and kind of give you a sense of some patterns I've noticed and some things we can learn from. So first off, it's week 5. So at this point, we should be in module 3. And so all of the material that you're expected to go through this week is up there right now. Each class has a slightly different version of this schedule, but pretty much has the same components that is organized by the date you have to turn stuff in. So that's your kind of like your to-do list, right? You want to make sure you're watching the videos and taking notes on it. So either you can print these notes or you can take your own on paper. If you print, I would really recommend going to campus to do that. You can fit more than one slide per page. If you need help with that, let me know. But you should print like say 2 to 4 slides per page and take notes on them as you go. And that's a really, really important feature of learning. If you just sit there listening to somebody explain something, you are really unlikely to remember much of it. And since we need to not just remember this, but also learn it, which means be able to apply it in a variety of situations, it's pretty important that you actually do that. If you are taking notes and you feel like you're still not retaining the information, come and see me. I know a lot of ways to study this stuff, okay? I'm giving you basics, but if that's not working for you, we should have a conversation, okay? There are so many ways to learn this stuff. So don't lose hope, don't give up, don't keep doing the same thing if it's not working for you, okay? Come see me. Anyway, so you're gonna watch these videos, and then at the end of this week, well, not really. So for each class, there's a different due date. Whatever day your lecture occurs is when your atomic timeline video project is due, and you can turn that in right here. Here's some information. I've gotten questions about how do I make a video, so I linked something that's been in the start folder since the beginning of the term to help you do that. But like all things in life, there are many ways to make videos, so if you want to do it another way, that's okay. I'm just showing you one. Also, I added some things to Module 2 because it seemed like we had some struggles when I was looking at our Alex work from last week. And so if you go in here, there's the naming sheet that we started last week. If you turn that in, I can give you help and kind of help you identify what you're doing wrong. So Alex isn't really that good at figuring out why you keep making errors. And so if you are stuck on something, it will help you to get past it if you give me some examples of your work like that. You are also welcome to resubmit things once I have made comments. So take advantage of that, guys, both for naming things, but also you wanna also do it for projects you've already submitted, such as your atomic timeline document, or I don't know, bunches of stuff I've graded. So you can find the feedback about how to improve by clicking on My Grades in Blackboard. So for you guys, that's up the top on the left, like right here. And when you go in there, each assignment can be clicked and you can see the feedback I've left for you that way. Okay, it's not just the grade, there's actual comments. Okay, anyway, so the new videos that I added that are pretty important start right about in the blue one, I think. And so you want to go back and look at those. Some of those I added Friday, some of them I added more recently. But these 3 videos are helpful introductions into some of the stuff we're going to be working on in the lab, and you're going to need them to do the pre-lab for experiment 4. All right. Experiment 4B doesn't have a separate procedure, so everybody, all you're doing is, if you're in B group this week, is you're going into the procedure for experiment 4, and you're going to write the complete balanced reaction, the complete ionic reaction, and the net ionic reaction for the 14 reactions in part B. So to do that, in Module 3, there's some more videos for Experiment 4B. I mean, they're for a lecture as well, but these things overlap, of course. So like solubility rules, activity series, net ionic equations, those are all directly applicable to what Group B is doing in week 5 of lab. So if you feel lost and if you feel confused, my guess is probably those will help you. If you watch them and take notes and you still don't know what to do, come see me, or you can even come see your lab professor. Okay. I graded a whole bunch of the atomic timelines, and some of you have not enabled me to see them if you've turned in a Google link. So I want to show you what it looks like when I get there. I can't see anything. And so what you need to do is this. Okay, so if you have it in a presentation, you'll go in Google anyway, you'll go up here where it says share, and this window pops up, and you click change to anyone with the link, and it'll automatically say, it should automatically say here, anyone with the link, and they can be a viewer, and then whatever link you give me, I should be able to open. Okay, so make sure for whatever you submit, whether it's a slide document or it's a sheet or whatever, any kind of Google product, you have to enable sharing. Otherwise, I can't see it even if you give me the link. Okay. Some of the other things I graded, like the orientation quiz, it was pretty clear that a lot of you are, not a lot of you, some of you are going into the quiz and just opening it up to see what the questions are. And then presumably going and trying to find the questions. That's not a real great study strategy because it teaches really bad habits, basically. What you want to do, the best way to study, is to study the material that you're told to. In that case, it was, the start here and the syllabus, essentially. And then take the quiz faithfully, right? Really try each question. And then when you realize what you need to focus on, go back to the materials a second time to learn what you missed. This is a really important lesson because a lot of you are still trying to use ALEKS that same way. You try to preview the questions and then hope you can guess the answers. And that won't work in ALEKS because ALEKS is designed for actual learning. All right. So when I say learning, I mean that if I gave you a brand new problem you have never seen before, you could figure out that it was connected to a topic and then apply that topic's strategies. And so simple memorization isn't going to get you through college, especially not in science. And so, as I said, a better way to study is to take notes actively on the materials, read them thoroughly while taking notes, watch the videos thoroughly while taking notes, and then go in and attempt the actual problems in ALEKS or quizzes or whatever I'm giving you. And this will allow you to identify what you already know, so you're not spending a bunch of time studying that, what you kind of know, all right, and what you really don't know at all. And so what you kind of know, you can probably push through on ALEKS with the hints and sort of working through problems. What you really don't know, you have to go back to the materials and you have to come see me in my office hours so we can work through that, okay? I am really, really good at figuring out where people are stuck when they show me their work, okay? And so that's what you should expect when you come to office hours. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to use ALEKS as a means of telling where you are in the class. And each week, each office hour is going to have a topic. And I'm going to send out invitations to people who are struggling with that topic. I'm going to try to do it, like the Thursday. So like this Thursday, I'm going to send out emails to individual people who were struggling on specific topics. And say, hey, I'm going to talk about this topic in office hours on blah, blah, blah day. Come and join us. But it only works if people come and they show the work that they were doing and what they were thinking, and we can work through where you're really stuck. All right? So I want you to understand that ALEKS is not the replacement for exams. Okay? Our exam replacement are our projects. And many of you did not participate in the projects either, which makes it really a challenge. Midterms are coming up in 2 more weeks. And if you're not participating in the projects, which are equivalent to an exam in a normal semester, and if you're struggling with ALEKS, your midterm is probably not going to be where you want it to be. And so that's why I'm offering the office hours that are themed so that you can get the learning that you really need. I really hope that you take advantage of it, but if people don't, I'm not going to keep doing it. I don't want to waste my time. And if you don't think it's useful, then, you know, it's your money. You're in college. I'm not going to make you do anything. It's up to you. Okay. But I can tell you, the people who are trying to just look for patterns or memorize every possible answer are going to not be successful in this course or many other college courses. So I'm really trying to teach you how to learn, and I'm teaching you chemistry at the same time. So I hope you take advantage of that. Also, another reminder that Discord is a very good way to get help from your fellow students who probably know some things you don't, and you probably know some things that your peers don't know. And so, yeah. So if I keep seeing the pattern where people are not actually trying to answer questions and they're just trying to find out what kind of questions are there and not even answering things in quizzes, then I'm not going to allow retakes, which will be a very difficult way to take the course. It's really important that you get a chance to revise your work and learn from your mistakes. But if people aren't going to genuinely try the problems in quizzes and what few quizzes I give you and so forth, then I'm not going to be able to do that. So it's up to you guys. So check your email on Thursday afternoon and see if you are invited to attend any of the office hours. They are designed to help you, but that takes your participation. All right. And so for this week in lab, group A is doing experiment 4. Be sure you watch the videos. I put them right at the beginning of the procedure. You're going to be very confused if you don't. There is a pre-lab for that in-person experiment as well. Group B for week 5, you are doing the at-home portion of that experiment. So it's 4B. And so like I said, you're going to take the 14 reactions that are in part B of experiment 4, and you're going to write them all out. So those notes are in module 3. I would highly recommend you watch that first. Okay. I already know at my office hour Wednesday at 1:25, we're going to be talking about the group B tasks for week 5. So if you are able to, it would be a good idea to come and talk about that. You got to have something that you have tried out first. If you just come in trying to absorb information, it will not be as productive. Okay. As always, I hope that you are all doing well, and feel free to reach out to me when you need help. Discord, email, Google Voice number on the syllabus, whatever you need to do. I'm here to help you. See you in class.